Today, Attorney General Jeff Sessions refused to answer senators' questions about his conversations with the president, specifically conversations about the president's decision to fire FBI Director James Comey. And so, America's chief law enforcement official could cite no legal basis whatsoever for his refusal to answer those questions. And that was best demonstrated by the best prosecutor on the Intelligence Committee, former San Francisco District Attorney and former California Attorney General, and the most junior member of the Senate Intelligence Committee, Senator Kamala Harris.
You referred to a longstanding DOJ policy. Can you tell us what policy it is you're talking about?
Well, I think most cabinet people, as the witnesses you had before you earlier, those individuals declined to comment because we're all about conversations with the president.
Sir, I'm just asking you about the DOJ policy you referred to.
Policy that goes beyond just the Attorney General.
Is that policy in writing somewhere?
I think so.
So did you not consult it before you came before this committee, knowing we would ask you questions about it?
Well, we talked about it. The policy is based...
Did you ask that it would be shown to you?
The policy is based on the principle that the president...
Sir, I'm not asking about the principle. I'm asking when you
would
be asked these questions and you would rely on that policy. Did you not ask your staff to show you the policy that would be the basis for you refusing to answer the majority of questions that have been asked of you?
Should be allowed to answer the question.
And so, as with last week's Senate Intelligence Committee hearing, in which administration officials refused to answer questions about their conversations with the president, Senator Harris once again established that there was absolutely no legal basis for those refusals, and she established beyond a reasonable doubt that Senator John McCain just can't stand listening to her ask questions. Last week, Senator McCain interrupted Senator Harris, and only Senator Harris, at a Senate Intelligence Committee hearing. John McCain did it again today. He's not a regular member of the Senate Intelligence Committee. By tradition, the chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee is offered basically an honorary membership on the Senate Intelligence Committee, and so he can sit in on hearings. The regular members of the committee traditionally regard the chairman of the Armed Services Committee as their guest, in effect, in their hearings. But John McCain doesn't behave like a guest. John McCain tries to intimidate the much younger chairman of the Intelligence Committee into banging his gavel when Kamala Harris is pursuing a point with witnesses. It could be that John McCain is 80 years old and doesn't listen as quickly as he used to, and maybe Kamala Harris just talks too fast for him. But there were plenty of fast-talking senators at that hearing today who were trying to squeeze as much as they possibly could into their time-limited questioning, and John McCain had no problem at all with any of those men who were doing that. What is it about Kamala Harris that bothers John McCain so much? What could it possibly be? There they are. There's the two of them. What could it be? Why is she the only member of that committee who John McCain thinks he has to teach lessons about how to ask questions? She is infinitely better at asking questions than John McCain ever has been. Is he jealous of her skill at cross-examining witnesses? Is it something personal? What could it possibly be? Maybe she just makes John McCain nervous. She made plenty of criminal defendants nervous when she was district attorney in San Francisco and when she was attorney general of California. And in the Senate, she seems to make older men from southern states very nervous.
Did you have any communications with Russian officials for any reason during the campaign that have not been disclosed in public or to this committee?
I don't recall it, but I have to tell you, I cannot testify to what was said as we were standing at the Republican convention before the podium where I spoke.
My question is only as
don't have the detailed memory of that.
Okay, as it relates to your knowledge. Did you have any communication with any Russian businessmen or any Russian nationals?
I don't believe I had any conversation with Russian businessmen or Russian nationals.
Are you aware of any communications?
A lot of people were at the convention. It's conceivable that somebody came up to me.
Sir, I have just a few.
Well, you let me qualify it. If I don't qualify it, you'll accuse me of lying. So I need to be correct as best I can.
I do want you to be
and I'm
honest.
not able to be rushed this fast. It makes me nervous.
Attorney General Sessions confirmed today that President Trump made James Comey nervous, or at least uncomfortable, about the president's one-on-one communication with the director of the FBI.
He did not mention to me that he'd been asked to do something he thought was improper. He just said he was uncomfortable, I believe, with it.
Jeff Sessions also confirmed, as you just heard, James Comey's testimony that James Comey did not tell the Attorney General what the president said to him when the president kicked everyone out of the Oval Office so that he could tell James Comey that he hoped that the FBI director would let Michael Flynn's investigation go, just let him go. Jeff Sessions also corroborated James Comey's testimony that the next day, after the president said that to James Comey complained to the Attorney General that the president's one-on-one communications with the FBI director were inappropriate, and Jeff Sessions agreed that those communications were inappropriate. But Jeff Sessions appeared to disagree with James Comey on one major point, and that was the reason that Jeff Sessions recused himself from the FBI investigation. Today, Jeff Sessions testified that it was a simple decision made just by following the rules of the Justice Department.
This is the reason I recused myself. I felt I was required to under the rules of the Department of Justice, and as a leader of the Department of Justice, I should comply with the rules, obviously.
As simple as that. Jeff Sessions was testifying under oath today. James Comey testified under oath last week. Only one of their answers about why Jeff Sessions recused himself can be true. One of them very clearly gave false testimony under oath about Jeff Sessions' recusal. Here is what James Comey said under oath about Jeff Sessions' recusal.
Our judgment, as I recall, was that he was very close to and inevitably going to recuse himself for a variety of reasons. We also were aware of facts that I can't discuss in an open setting that would make his continued engagement in a Russia-related investigation problematic.
According to James Comey, it wasn't a by-the-book recusal. We were also aware of facts that I can't discuss in an open setting that would make his continued engagement in a Russia-related investigation problematic. James Comey just said that he had classified information about Jeff Sessions' recusal. And almost immediately after giving that public testimony last week, James Comey did give testimony in a closed setting to those same senators who probably did ask him about that classified information that he had, that was part of what forced Jeff Sessions to recuse himself. Someone didn't tell the truth to the Senate Intelligence Committee about Jeff Sessions' recusal. James Comey or Jeff Sessions? It is now the special prosecutor's job to find out which one of them was telling the truth, and if one of them was committing perjury.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.